Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome to another episode of America's Next Top Model Cycle 20 Guys, Girls 2.0 recap. Again, too much in the name. I'm sorry. So this week again, we get to see more of Jourdan, and I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of hearing, "Oh, my relationship. I got married at 20." I'm just kind of over it now. Like I don't want to hear that no more. But I guess the other contestants feel the same way about Jourdan. I mean, I don't hate her like they do, but they seem to not like her at all. I mean, I just don't like her repeating that she got married at 20 or at 18 and got divorced. It's just okay. We get the point, okay? But they actually don't kind of like her at all, except like Nina and Jeremy are against her, and it's kind of surprising to me. But anyways, since Jourdan has the tire seat, she gets to pick the order or the the phone time, and she thought there was gonna get more time, so she was gonna split up for 5 minutes each pupil, and then her and Nina were gonna get 10 minutes. So the phone starts. Well, her phone call starts, and she starts talking and talking and talking, and she has passed her 10 minutes that she said she was gonna have, and all the other guys and girls or models, they're just annoyed because they want their time too, and they just want it to be fair. And Jourdan seems like she thinks she was gonna there was gonna be no problem if she took other 5 minutes. So she took the other 5 minutes, and then Renee, when Jourdan comes out of the booth, Renee is just confronts her. I'm not in any of those sides because I don't really understand the argument. And I mean, I understand the phone time and stuff, but I mean, I don't know who's right and who's wrong. Maybe nobody's right, maybe nobody's wrong, maybe everybody's immature, but okay. So we get to the challenge, and we see Brian Boy and Paris Hill. Anyways, so their challenge is to be a fashion correspondent for Smice TV, and Brian Boy and Paris Hilton are gonna be giving them instructions on what they're gonna be asking or doing, and they have to follow those things. And some of those things are gonna be silly, are gonna be more out there, more outrageous. So they go up, and Corey, I think it was one of his challenges to win because he has a lot of personality, and I think he did pretty good. To me, Alex and Gianna did okay. I mean, they were not the best, but they were not the worst. To me, the things they were telling Jeremy to do were a little bit too much out there because the girls that he was interviewing seemed to be younger. So he was like taking off the shirt and taking off his pants. I thought it was a little bit too much. And I totally agree with everything that Marvin said about his opinion on Perez Hilton and why he didn't want to go that way, and I totally understand. So the winner ends up being Jeremy because he did everything. I mean, he was literally doing the interview naked, and I thought that was a little bit too far. So in between the interviews, we get to see a lot of Gianna and Phil. And even before the challenge and the whole fighting thing, in between that, we got to see about Phil and Gianna. Phil has a girlfriend, and he's been flirting a lot with Gianna, and everybody thinks that Gianna should be focusing on herself and not on Phil, and it's just too much romances. I understand they wanted to get to that point where there's a lot of romances and there's kind of like little couples like kind of everywhere. But come on, focus is on what's like the thing that it's modeling. So at the end, like I said, Jeremy ends up winning, and he gets to pick a girl to bring to his gift, and he chooses Jourdan, and they actually get a romantic dinner, and everybody is going back home except those two because they're going to dinner. and they're just talking smack. And I think it's okay if you don't like a person. It's just like if you don't like a person and you just keep talking and talking and talking about that person. I mean, it's either jealousy or you're obsessed or something's wrong. Okay, we get the people do not like her, but even when she's gone and when she's not there, I mean, just don't talk about her at all, and just don't pay attention to her, and maybe you won't even notice her. So yeah. So the next day comes and it's their photo shoot, and today they're not having a photo shoot, so they're in a place where they film movies, and they're gonna be filming a commercial, and it's gonna be a fragrance commercial, and at the end of the commercial, they're gonna have to kiss, but they're gonna have invert roles. So the guys are gonna be portraying girls, and the girls are gonna be portraying guys. So I thought this was really funny, and again, the pairs is just too much pairing. Let them people shine alone because it's just too much pairing. So since Jeremy won the challenge, he gets to choose who he wants to kiss. So he chooses Jourdan, and here is the next people who chose. So Phil chose Gianna, Don chose Kanani, Nina chose Chris, Marvin chooses Renee, and Alex chooses Corey. Commercial is really cool and it's so funny, and that's what they want them to portray, to be out of their comfort zone, but to have fun with it and to be funny and have that inner actor come out. So Jordan and Jeremy get the goth couple. Phil and Gianna get the preppy couple, and like every time I saw the guys being in heels, it was just so funny, and the guys acting like girls was just so freaking hilarious. So Dawn and Kanani get the cheerleader couple. Nina and Chris get the Hollywood stars couple. Marlon and Renee get the surfer a couple, and Alex and Corey get the business partner. I really enjoyed watching everybody. To me, one of the funniest was Phil. He was so funny. Chris actually really looked like he was a drag queen. I mean, it was kind of scary, like a legit drag queen. Phil was funny. Jeremy was whatever. I mean, I don't understand why Jordan says she doesn't know what goth is. I mean, I bet you have seen movies. If you have seen movies, there's like teen movies where gothic is portrayed like, come on, like that's just not an excuse. You're in Cycle 20. Do not use excuses, please. So the girls, for me, Kanani was one of the best. I thought she was really cool and her swag. Lena just looks so funny, like in a cute way. Um, Alex really seemed to be having troubles, and I actually like Don. He kind of looked like Tyra. I don't know. It was just funny because Don, he was the cheerleader, and it was so funny. So Marvin actually chooses to do something weirder and chooses to lick Renee's face. And I don't know if this is good or bad at this point, but he went for something good because he knows he did bad in the challenges. Him, Gianna, and Alex did bad in the challenge because, well, we all know Marvin didn't want to do what Perez Hilton was saying in the interviews. But I thought, to me, it was kind of out there and it was funny. And I mean, he took a risk. And before they even were shooting, it was surprising how Renee gave him a kiss. So they're in the judging now, and everybody's kind of worried. Mostly Marvin, Gianna, and Alex because of their scores. But in general, I really think they all got a pretty nice critique, and they all got really nice points, except like for Jordan and Jeremy. And yeah, I think everybody got a good critique. I don't know why. Who else did not get a good critique? Alex did not get a good critique. But it was so mixed. Like some people, like some of the judges really liked a person, but then one judge will be like, I don't like it, and then in the other person, like two judges will be like, I hate it, and then one judge will be like, I love it. So it was really really mixed. So at this point, the Tyra is calling out the order, and the best of the best was Corey because he has done drag, and it was his element. He's like acting. He likes interviewing. So it was a week to shine for Corey, and congrats to him. Kanani did one of the best jobs too. So kudos for her too. She got second photo, and in the bottom three we had more girls than guys. We had Marvin, we had Gianna, and we have Alex. And when I saw those three up there, I for real said Tara was about to say the third name, well, the first name out of the three people, and I was like Marvin, and then she said Marvin, and I was like, whoa, I'm like not lying. I literally said Marvin, and then Tyra said Marvin. So then I was so confused on who was going home, and the bottom two was Gianna and Alex. And I gotta say, Alex looks so much prettier without that white makeup. She looks way better with like natural or no makeup. Yeah. And Gianna is kind of really confused because she kind of has feelings for Phil, but it's like she says sometimes she's always flirting with her, but then she comes back to the house and Phil is just talking about his girlfriend, and she's really confused on what Phil wants. And Jourdan says Phil does not want his girlfriend and he just wants to flirt with Gianna. So it's really confusing. And at this point, I don't think Gianna is in the bottom two because of Phil or because her not focusing. And it's just because it wasn't her week. So Alex gets sent to the comeback competition, and Gianna's still in the regular competition. And I'm like, whoa, I thought Gianna was going home, but really, really a big surprise to me that Alex went home this early. But let's see what happens. Let's see who comes back. So thanks for watching. If I forget anything, please tell me in the comments if you like. And yeah, so see you later, alligators. Bye bye.